First of all, I've never done videos like this ever in my over 7-8+ years of experience. Hence why it's even more prevalent that I'm very careful who I look out for, who I be mindful of, because it's not reciprocated. It was brought to my attention that some public influencer, I'm gonna just call it right out because you name dropping and you're not even telling the whole story, which is baffling to me. Lauren Ashley. So Lauren gets on her platform and tells her fan base, trying to defame my character, my business, my career, hair, and all those types of things by trying to make like I'm doing dirty business. It's like, girl, you something else. And that's okay because God gonna deal with you. But what I will not allow you to sit here and lie on my name and you don't name drop and be talking about stuff that ain't even true. Tell the whole story. So Lauren comes back to Dallas. She all over the place, first and foremost. So let's be clear about that. You see patterns of people just all over the place. They one story this day, they do something going on that day. You just pay attention to the inconsistencies. I don't have to throw you under the bus or try to make you out to be nothing. The proof is in the pudding. So this girl comes back into town and she pretends like, hey, I want to reconnect. The only reason why, and I wasn't even aware that she had did another video talking about me while in my face and staying in my place. Let's be clear. So I already told you I was moving out of my apartment, right? So I'm already done broke my lease and moving on to something bigger and better. She comes back to Dallas. We already know why she's here in Dallas in the first place. She's here in Dallas to keep up with her husband and chase him around. But I'm going to keep that out of that because I don't really care to talk about that. But what I don't like is the fact that she asked to get her hair done. She requested tape ins. The average price for tape ins is over $300 typically. If you cannot afford the tapes, then don't get them. She had a partnership with the brand company and wanted her to hair done. She didn't have the money to pay another person, so she thought, oh, let me, excuse me, Angie does hair. She is almost licensed, so I'm partially right now because I work at a hair school. Let me go ahead and use her for free. So I tell her, so she reaches out to me. First of all, we know that she didn't come to Dallas to try to be cool or be connected to no friends. Lauren does not keep friends. She does not know how to have no friends because she takes, and she uses people by selling a sob story about how much she's trying to get away from this said person. And then people have sympathy and then they help her. And then when she no longer is in use of their service and she wants to double back, then everybody gets blocked, cut off, and then it's a cycle. So she can't keep friends. But I notice people like her, they like to affiliate themselves with people that are dependable, reliable, kind people, and people's lives are more cleaned up in a way. And so, ironically, she hits me up and she's like, hey, I'm in Dallas. Let's go get brunch or whatever. I said, no, I'm actually okay. Mind you, I hadn't talked to her in months because Lauren knows why me and her was not on good talking terms or communicating, because Lauren literally would throw you under the bus, anybody under the bus when it comes to her man. And she will sit here and drag you down or create mess. And it's just really, don't nobody got time for that. So she came around. It's only when it's convenient for her. So we ended up talking. She wanted to get her tapes done because she had a partnership with the brand. So she asked to get her tape shipped to my house because she's telling you guys she's homeless. Laura's not homeless. She goes back and forth to the house where she at. I honestly, I'm not even gonna get into the logistics. It's just the lies. I cannot understand. I don't even know why you got your put your gloves out for me, Lauren, because honestly, I've never given you a reason to be where you at, on tip where you at right now. But okay, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. My problem is this is the second video you done made about me trying to insinuate that I'm the reason why me and you don't talk as much. Like, you don't know why you don't have friends at all. Why you can't reliably call on no one. Because the stuff you do to people. And you manipulate, you use, and you, oh, I'm in this ghetto hotel. I'm in this raggedy car. Oh, I'm used to driving better cars. You're just out of touch with reality. So back to the subject on hand. Lauren wanted to get tape installs. I am a professional. I've been doing hair for years. And I'm now about to be licensed in the next 90 days or so to be fully licensed as a licensed cosmetologist. But I've been doing hair. And if you go back to the previous vlogs or any content that we've ever been around, I'm always doing Lauren hair, free 99. The problem with Lauren is that she'll pay everybody else under the sun all this money, or she'll blow through her money or spend her money on all these other things where she feel like it's more worth it. But then when it comes to people putting their time and their efforts into something, she doesn't want to pay. Now, I don't have to pull up receipts because I'm not really like that. But if we need to, so be it. Lauren wants to get her hair done and gets it done at the salon. I told her that I'm not going to charge you what I normally charge others for a full head of tape ends. But let me just tell you what she asked for. Lauren wanted a root retouch highlights, as well as a keratin treatment, a silk press, shampoo, conditioner, silk press, and style. On top of highlight installs, on top of face framing layers to make the tape ends blend. I told her, Lauren, that's going to take hours to do. I have clients that are already booked with me, that are already in a spot. I don't know what delusional land you from to think that you are supposed to trump everybody else's lot. Like whatever you want, everybody's supposed to stop what they're doing to accommodate you. I'm talking about Debo on my schedule. Don't want to put down a security deposit. Now, mind you, I gave her literally the most cheapest install. She talking about hundreds of dollars. No, Lauren wanted all of that and didn't want to pay for that. I had literally let her go 24 hours without getting her hair colored. She got her hair root retouched, silk press. She did the first part of what I just mentioned. And we did not have time for her to do that because, number one, her tapes wasn't even in here in Dallas, and she asked to get them shipped to my house. So I said, okay, that's fine, because me and Laura wasn't really tied in like best of friends. We started off on business. And I was just trying to feel her out to see, okay, because every reason why she fall out, she always say it's because of her ex. But it's not giving that. It's giving you the common denominator. So that happens. I do her hair. She's like, oh, let's just go to Applebee's. Cool. I said, okay, I really can just go home. She's like, I mean, if you want to go home, but like, I really appreciate it. You did a good job with my hair. I said, okay. Mind you, we just did color. So I did a custom color to match the potential of her tapes before her tapes were even on hand. So that happened. And she wants to go to Applebee's. So she's like, hey, I want to get your dinner. Now, mind you, she already been asked to go to brunch. And I told her I couldn't do that because I was hanging out with my friends. And I guess it was her way of trying to be back cool. It's only because she was homeless. So she's saying. So she really wanted to see, oh, if I come around and I tell her I'm homeless or whatever, then maybe she'll let me stay in her house. That's what it's really. It's always giving using. There is never a genuine bone in this girl's body. That's why I gracefully let her go on by her business. Because it's all love, but you really not that good of a person. By heart, by nature. And she loves to say, I'm very genuine. Y'all want to interview the last friends she was tied up with? So anywho, so that happens. And I said, you don't have to get it. So she wants to get the tab. My meal was only, and I'm dropping because I just got it. She want to drop numbers. My meal was only $15. I could have bought that myself. I didn't need her to do that. She's like, oh, okay, you know what? I'll even take you home. Like, we could just hang out together. It's cool. I can get home. I'm okay. But it was all planning so that she didn't have to be homeless. She wanted to be somewhere. She knew I would have never let her be homeless, giving the information she was giving me. Mind you, she's not really homeless because she can go stay back in the house she was staying back with her ex because she clearly still want to be with him. So you really just using people so you can seem tough to like get back at him or whatever. And then you go back with him. So it's like, girl. So she's like, yeah, I want to get those tapes. I said, well, you're going to have to. She never paid that night. We talked about it. I was like, okay, you're going to pay. You know, you could Cash App, Zelle me. Mine is dirt what she had to pay. So be honest. It wasn't no $200-some. You're a lie. So literally, she didn't want to pay. So then the whole next day the whole day ain't come, and she hit me up talking about something going on in her world. She is always something, right? And then she hits me up and we're talking, and mind you, what a slap in my face. You didn't shout me out, really. You took a picture in the dark of her install and said, it's tagged Angie. It's Angie, y'all. Girl, everything you do is calculated. You got a service for nothing, basically. And then have the audacity to like act like you was doing me a favor, like you're shouting me out. But you could have done a better job at that. I've seen collabs or pictures you've taken, all type of stuff, done better than that by you. So there's this, what I count this to is you be careful what dark energy that be around you or try to attach themselves to you or try to pretend like they mean well or genuine. Would it be underlying jealousy, envy, and all types of weird stuff going on? Because these patterns of how she behaves but want to be around somebody, it's giving jealousy, self-sabotage, wanting to ruin somebody's image or life and all that. Because never once have anybody ever came on their social media platform dogging me out the way she doing it. Says a person who's just in my house. Now, mind you, I never agreed for her to be staying here. It's just out of courtesy, one day after the next day, then another day shows up, next you know the person's here. Never once said, hey, do you need anything? You need something? I know you moving, I know you got all this stuff going on, and I kind of just bombarded into your house, coming here in the wee hours of the night, wanting you to stay up all night to come at you. Mind you, she never moved in officially because I never agreed to that. It's like you stay the night, and then that first night it turned into, is it okay if I just come back tonight? It turned into that. So she's doing all of that, right? Now I say, hey, could you just put out a deposit? Because I have clients that have already put down security deposits to book with me. And you want your tape-ins, but you keep switching a date or saying, oh, okay. Now, the day she finally showed up and put a deposit down, which came out of her total, and we have to pay where I do hair out of for their products because I am in hair school. And you're coming to a salon setting, a full-service salon, getting colors, highlights, toning, keratin treatments. That stuff costs money. So her total reflected the price of what it's gonna take when she cashed out with the salon. I didn't pocket a bunch of money, and it wasn't over no $200. You're lying. I have your receipt in your paper form. That blows my mind that you okay with lying like that. Like, this information cannot be proven. So her appointment was scheduled for 2:45. I had a client at 6 p.m. I have you secured by a security deposit because I have clients and people that are adamant about coming to me because I'm good at what I do. But to try to insinuate, say, I don't know if the tape install was done correctly or if it was cheap tapes, you're like a lowest level form of a devious person. Because to try to throw shade at my work and my quality while you flaunting and shaking your hair all around, while I'm over here maintaining your tapes for you free of charge, while I'm over here installing, they were cheap tapes. But you didn't pay for them. They ain't but $30 on Amazon. What did you expect? But to try to say, oh, or maybe it was the way they were done. You're weird. Like that, there's something off. Gotta be. Because the way I got gassed up by all these different professionals, all of my teachers, all of the other students, you're not the first time I've ever done an install. I have a whole dedicated YouTube channel with brand partnerships with taping installs on a consistent basis, and you had the audacity to try to defame my character like my work and quality after you all over Instagram posting every day, flaunting your hair, playing with your hair, all your recent uploads is weird to me. Why you in my face like, oh my God, I love my hair so much. Oh my God, I just love it. Yeah, you just really good at what you do. Baby, I didn't need you to remind me of what I'm good at. I'm just getting the licenses and the credentials behind my back for what I've already been anointed to do. But it's really weird to me that you were trying to come for what I do in my career and what I'm passionate about because you want to try to get over.
Today's Wednesday. I was hanging with Angie. You guys know she did my hair. And we were hanging out. And we got into it again. She really was mad at me because I didn't, we're not even friends. We were just friends, then we're not. But, it's like we always fall out. It was like a whole, argument. And I was just like, whoa, I feel like it escalated so quick. I just feel like it was very unnecessary. But it's like, what can you do, What can you do? I'm not about to, I feel like anytime we do fall out, I always try to be the big person and apologize. And if I ever hurt your, I even told her, I was like, if I ever hurt your feelings in a way, I'm sorry. Y'all, she was going off on me. And really, we literally fell out, literally because of hair. You guys know I had my tape-ins, right? I had my tape-ins, and I took them out. Because you guys know, I told you guys, I'm literally, in the process of trying to get a house. My mom has been watching my kids for weeks. And I'm like, I need to get a house. And she was basically, so I went to go wash my hair. My tables were, falling out of my head. And I'm like, whoa, is it because it's cheap or was it not installed properly? I don't know. I don't know if the hair or what, but they fell out. And I was like, let me order another bundle. So I had to do that, and she was like, to install it, it's like another $200, or I don't even know. Like, I kept asking her, I'm like, what is the price? Like, she kept changing the price. And she's like, you can't expect me to do your hair free. And I'm like, I don't expect you to do my hair for free at all. But I don't want to pay, like, for a whole new set if I just need one new bundle installed. Like, I've paid hundreds of dollars to get my hair done. I don't mind getting my hair done. But I told her, I was like, I don't want to spend that right now. And she was really mad at me because I didn't want to spend that. And it's like, I'm trying to save for a house. If I need to, I would take my hair out. And I even told her, I was like, it's nothing to do with you. I just don't want to pay that. I don't want to pay hundreds of dollars after I just paid for an install with her. Like, she's my friend, so yeah, I'm going to shout her out and, you know, share, like, the stylist. But it's just like, I just don't want to pay that right now. So we're literally not even friends anymore. So, like, I'm like, without her, I literally have no friends in Dallas. And it's like, it's not like I can't make friends, but I've already been in Dallas. Like, I did leave Dallas, though, last year. I've pretty much been so I've been in Dallas, I told you guys, last year, 2023 of July. So right now we're in 2024, about to be December. So it's been like over a year, but like I have half the time been in Michigan.
So she don't come to her appointment and don't get there until dang near 4 o'clock. I have a client at 6. You want a new fresh blowout, shampoo, condition, new fresh blowout, and taping installs and face framing in under 2 hours. So I was like, I'm up for the challenge because I'm good at what I do. She disregard that I got stuff to do. I was late to my next client and could not finish my client because she over here wanted to get all this stuff done and being considerate that you're supposed to be there at 2:45, not 4:30. And I'm over here running and trying to be thorough and do what I'm good at so I can get to my client by 6. And if you see her video, she's like, so tell us, Angie, what all you do? I said, hold on. So she comes late. I say, hold on. Let me check you out. I got a new client. And she's like, oh, Angie, shy. No, you're being selfish once again, self-centered, and wanted me to slow my whole night up. I'm already running behind, and you want me to have a whole interview with YouTube while I have a client sitting right in front of you. I have things to do. You think the world revolves around you. That's her personality. In real life, she wants to, and everybody's supposed to just follow. I'm sorry, that's not my personality. You have a delusional, out of touch reality to who you are. And it's like, you want everybody to just kiss your tail. So I told her, so I get done or whatever. She doesn't really take a good picture of her hair or anything like that. I didn't really have time to do it like how I really wanted to. Because again, I have a client, but I'm assuming you're going to take good pictures. Her hair come back, sweated all out, wet in the back a little bit within literally, an hour and a half? Not even. And I'm like, so I'm trying to get pictures after the fact, but you didn't have the decency to get good nice photos of your hair, but you know how to take pictures while your hair was freshly blown out. You just have the whole, I didn't ask for no ad. You couldn't get those tapes installed without paying over $300 some but at a salon who you go to all the time, who have your tapes missing, have literally thin spots throughout your hair. And you had audacity the first time you don't get your way, you try to make I'm not quality at my work is weird to me. I'm sorry. It's just weird to me. Honestly, I would never look at you the same because you something else. You really something else. First of all, no shade to the brand, but you're working with a brand that's on Amazon that tapes that are extremely thin, like paper. Thin. And you only have 3 bundles and they're barely full. And so I'm over here trying to accommodate your hair and you're trying to downplay my work, my expertise. Baby, I'm the one who getting the credentials. I'm the one studying this information. I'm understanding the science behind all of this. Do you know, you don't know nothing for real about how to take care of your hair. It's evident. So that happens, do the taping install. I'm thinking everything's cool. Of course, she's coming back to my place. It's only been a week. So she's coming back to my place, staying with me, and in and out, just doing her. I never agreed to it in the first place. But this is me okay, you keep saying you're sleeping in your car. So you keep saying these things. You could want to test and see if I'm foul enough to allow you to do that knowing that information. And that's where you come in as a user. Because you knew I didn't, but you always have in a back pocket, go back to Joel or to stay at his house or whatever the case may be. You always have it in the back pocket. So you really don't have to be in certain situations. You just don't. You just like to live your life a certain way. And you just ride off of everybody's grace. However long somebody's grace is, you're going to ride it until it falls off. And this is where my grace has ended with you. Never agreed to be back 100% locked in as friends. I have a very friendly personality. I'm very down to earth. I don't have beef with nobody. But this is weird to me that you keep trying to say that me and you got all this beef or something. No, there is no beef with you. I cut you off because you was not a genuine person just last year when you were moving funny. And I don't have to give out all the things you've done that made me realize that you're not a genuine friend. I don't need no help knowing that. So then when you came around, you tried to use business as a way to get back in. Then now you have a need. Oh, can I just stay here? You know, I'm trying to get me a place, all this type of stuff. You're just using people. So then I do her hair. I tell her, I'll do your hair in the salon, but you need to set a security deposit. She ignores the security deposit. I said, okay, now the first time I had to ask you for my money and you had an attitude and ghosted me 24 hours later and never paid me my money. And then gonna say, so why didn't you charge me at the salon? I said, I did. I talked with you before the salon and you said, oh, I'm gonna pay. We agreed to an amount and it was not. And so, sorry y'all, my camera keep dying. So basically, more of the story is she wanted to get her hair done. After I did her first tape and install, she wanted to install more bundles. Well, she had to order another bundle because, again, the quality of the hair was very thin. And that didn't stop me from doing what I could do with what I was given to use. It wasn't my hair company, it wasn't my hair product. But it's very, very strange to me. I've been getting calls all day, text messages and DMs about literally this girl going online to try to defame my ability and my work ethic, or that I'm trying to run a scam or game on her when it came to her hair, when really she was showing up to my place of business knowing that I had clients. I already told her I had a client and I'm tied up, and sat there trying to debo herself into the chair to get her hair done again because she just felt like it. I told her, I said, Lauren, let me shampoo your hair in a salon setting. Hold on. So I'm getting calls and I'm just like, oh, okay. So interesting how I'm passionate about hair. I've been doing hair for years and now I'm actually getting fully licensed to do it. That the first opportunity you get, the moment you don't get your way, you try to literally go on and play your platform and use your platform to try to downgrade my ability to do hair. And my work ethic, like I'm finessing you, trying to take money from you, and you a single mom, all these sob stories. Lauren, you've been a single mom, and so am I. But that does not mean that I'm gonna go into somebody, so-called friend of mine, try to go to their place of business and try to run game and don't pay them to get my hair done. And they gotta reach out to me, and then literally 24 hours later at the middle of the night, I finally send them the money that I'm supposed to send them. And then you stop talking to them for a little bit. But wait, I need my tapes installed too. So, yeah, so hi, it's me again, because you wanna look a certain way and keep up with what you gotta do, whatever. So that's the only reason why you even stop being salty enough when you actually had to be held accountable to pay for your tab. You don't want the whole day that you got your hair done and the whole next day. And when I followed up, you try to make like I didn't do my job to tell you what you owed. Girl, I'm just gonna chalk it up to something's really wrong with you. And I'm being so for real. Something gotta be. I really don't know how you even go and sleep at night going out your way. You know, the biggest lesson here is that misery loves company. When somebody got a lot going on in their world and their life is not working out, they try to drag you down. We were never tied back in. When you asked for a service, you came back to Dallas, you knew I do hair and I work out of a salon. So you said, hey, can I get my hair done? Simple. And it's a whole bunch of wasps out on this balcony. And so you use that as an opportunity because you really needed to do that partnership and get it done and over with. So you said, oh, let me try to use somebody. It's all about that. But then say, oh, I'm going to pay you. What do I owe? And I give you pennies on the dollar for what you're asking for the high level quality, high level salon quality for a fraction of what you pay your guy that you normally go to in Houston. And you justify that, and I've had to repair tapes that he did for you. And you dogged him out. So this is how you go. You go to other people after you've gotten this and say you love it so much and you keep going back to them. You dog them out to the next person to try to make like they're inadequate or they're not up to par. And then it's like you just hop from the next person to the next person to the next person. Anybody that goes all over the place with all the decisions that they make, none of it makes sense. It's always rash on a whim with no order or no quality thought out process to it. That shows a very sign of unstableness. You're just unstable all around. And so for you to do that, after I try to operate in forgiveness for how you treated me, with last summer, we ain't known each other that long. You have yet to step up and be a good person. What type of friend is you? Never once have I ever went online trying to make like you cheated me, you did me, Bo, or something like that. Why would I do that? Never once. Because at the end of the day, people don't care. But it's really weird to me to be sitting here allowing you to stay in my place and looking out for you, really out already knowing that you out for self. It's evident. But my heart, feeling a little sympathy like, okay, I don't want her, homeless. I hate to see that. So I allow you into my space, my intimate space, temporarily, about a week. Not even consistently, but about a week. And a little change. And this how you portray me because you asked to get your hair done again and thought I was supposed to be at your beck and call doing your hair for free. Now, when you ripped your tapes out in the shower, is when you did it because you wanted to do it yourself. I told her, I said, don't rip at your tapes. We talking about adhesive. These are not eye tips that are secured by metal or anything like this. And we're talking about cheap, low quality tapes. I told her you need to have it maintained by a person who installed a specialist, whatever. I know what I'm doing. For you to insinuate that I don't, I just believe that God handles my enemies. I really, that's the best way to say it. You're not a good person. You're just not. You're a user. You're a user. You use people. You take advantage, and everybody doing you bold. You're woe is me. Everybody's all that. That's how you govern yourself. That's how you don't take accountability. This is your pattern. I have nothing to do with it. I've only been a part of your life for a fraction amount of time, and I'm never ever allowing you into my intimate space like that again. Never ever will I fall for the I'm sorry. I could have been a better friend. Sorry, I let Joel harass you and stuff like that. And I never even met the man. It's like you're a self-sabotager. You just self-sabotage relationships just for the heck of it, just for fun. And that's okay because you will never ever have access into my intimate space, into my world ever again. Because I see this is how you do people who did nothing to you, who helping you, looking out for you, allowing you into their space. Because everybody go through tough times. I go through tough times. I'm in a tough time. So it's really a slap in my face that you were trying to take my passion and trying to tarnish it on your platform because you wanted to get your hair done for free. And I'm using salon grade products, a setting, my tools that I pay for, my products that I pay for, that you would pay anybody else without a second thought. You didn't even pay the full price. You didn't even pay half the price. I even got you a deal on products, 20% off. You're just literally an entitled brat, ungrateful, spoiled, and out of touch with reality. You go burning down and setting fires all around people's lives for no reason. You see people got good things going for them, things are working out for them, or they're going through their own challenges and they're still showing up, even with the little gas in their tank show up for you, and you just like spit on it. That's who you are. And I told her, just put a deposit in so I can look at my books and see any clients that are already set up with me that I don't overstep their appointment, because that's how you operate real business. And you didn't want to do that. I didn't see that message. You conveniently look past that. You're still staying in my place. So then I'm like, okay. You ignore that. Oh, okay, you didn't see that. So I repeat it again. You don't respond to it. Then you're going to say, so that price don't make sense. I'm not paying no more than $120, this is that. And I'm like, you're asking for a new bundle installed on top of a half a bundle and repaired to the tapes that you was ripping at. Because you was just doing this out your head. Ripping the tapes out of your head. And threw a temper tantrum because you thought I was supposed to just say, okay, let's do it right now. Come into the salon. And you don't ever pay for the products and the services rendered. Tell the truth. I've done your hair free. When you ripped your stuff out, I went by piece of your hair to blend your hair with the tapes that was left over so that you could go to work. You don't want to mention that. You don't want to mention when I was in Michigan and you were in Detroit, that every time we went out to dinner or went out somewhere or shot content, I did your makeup and your hair free of charge. And I can't even count how many hands I've done your stuff. It's like you're just a taker. People like you just take. They take. And it's always somebody else's fault. They just take. Never once did you ever have, let me tip you, because you be having me salon ready. You're living above your means. You're living out of touch with reality. And you talk about, because I couldn't afford that. That is the bottom line. But you still wanted me to do your hair 4 times. I've styled your hair at least 6 times for free since you have been around. And you feel like, oh, thank you, is suffice. But that's how I make a living. You need to literally figure out what it is that makes you treat people the way you treat them. And you can't keep blaming Joel. Joel has nothing to do with who you are. And how you handle business, how you treat your friends and family. You are who you are by yourself. You're not innocent. You're not the victim in this situation. And for you to take a situation with your so-called friend, oh, I love Angie so much, it's all fake. You compete with people. You have this secret animosity, jealousy. You blocked me because you didn't like what I said. Pretended like you didn't block me, unblocked me, when I've been stating why the price is what it is, what are you asking for, what you're getting. What you asked for should have been dang near $1,000. And that's real world. Keratin treatment, root retouch, custom color, highlights, shampoo condition. Really was a deep condition because your hair needed it. Blowout. Tape in install, trim, face frame and layers. You asked for 9 things. Go through your bank statement. How much you pay? Was that $150? And part of that money went to the school, to their products. Help me understand. My tools, my products, my equipment, my barbicide, all my stuff to sterilize this stuff, all that stuff takes money. And you kept getting your hair blown out by me or styled every time you wanted to go somewhere new. Every day. For free. And then the moment you want to just show up at my place of business, just show up, think I'm supposed to stop all my clientele for Miss Lauren Ashley, who don't want to pay the money. Then try to segue, I try to take advantage of you, a single mom, and you couldn't afford that. The common thing is that I understand. That's why I don't live above my means, or I don't try to pay for or go out my way to get things that I cannot pay for. That's basic adulting and responsibility. That's why my natural hair is like it is. I just blow it out and let it be. I ain't got nobody to take this. Because I'm being responsible. I have actual bills and responsibilities and kids to take care of. But I'm just really disappointed in you. I really feel sorry for you. I pity you. I pity you. You know why? I pity you because your character is the moment you don't get what you want, you play victim, you act like people have this vendetta against you, when really you're the terror. You really need to get help. You got some dark stuff on you for sure. I honestly, if you really look at your videos and you look how you talk about stuff, you're out of touch. You're just out of touch. And it's a waste of my time. But you're not going to try to tarnish my character. And you're not going to put me on no public platform and use your platform to bully me or defame me or my work and my passion with hair. Those are fighting words. Because you could have told me what you did or did not like, but that wasn't the case. You liked your hair. You just couldn't afford the maintenance. And if you really was trying to keep up with it, you could have just went to a different stylist. You didn't have to go to me. You could have went back to your homeboy who do your tapes normally. You could go back to him. But you're going to come out $500. I'm not begging for your services. I'm not begging you to be in my chair. It's the opposite way around, but you don't want to pay. And you're not really having to pay nothing. You pay a quick weave fee for custom tape ins. Baby, like at this point, and it's because we're in a salon setting, we're using products. We're using high level quality products to do your hair. And my skill sets. And my expertise. So do yourself a favor and you need to self-reflect on why you have all these broken relationships with your so-called friends. You've never been a friend of nobody. You use them while you can, and you push them to the curb. You use them while you can, then you push them to the curb. That's your habits. When they can't do anything else for you, or you don't see them as fit, then you go ahead and ghost them and you block them. And then because you go back to your husband. Every time I go to Joel, I block all my friends. No, whatever, Lauren. That's you. That's your character. Take accountability. So no, we didn't fall out. You just showed who you was again, and I denied access. So let that be clear. And you know what? Whether you will take accountability and apologize or not, you're forgiven. You just will never, ever, ever, ever be able to be in an intimate space in my life. Ever. My fam bam. Quad. I appreciate y'all DMing me. Quads is kept. That's the truth. And don't ever speak on my name again. Unless you're trying to pay your tabs. Because as far as I'm concerned, you got a tab open for me doing your hair and repairing your tapes. And we're not going to get on the fact, one more thing. It's even funnier too, because you might say this because you just that low down. She got her tapes delivered to my house, a new bundle she purchased. She got herself throwing her little temper, little tantrum. She got her stuff and she left because she was never really moved in. She just stayed. You know how people just spend a night and they stay and then it's like a day passed by and they may come back again. It was that. And I thought I was looking out. So her tapes got delivered here and 2 hair products that she had was left here. And I didn't see it because I just gave her bags and she threw her little temper tantrum and departed. Had the audacity to text me, was it yesterday, and accused me of stealing some heat protectant and said conveniently I stole it. And I text her, but I realized I had sent the audio and she had blocked me because that's her MO. She's a pathological liar. So I put all her stuff in a bag. I had just seen it was in the cabinet with her little fragrance and stuff like her little perfume and her tapes. And I was like, oh, your tapes is here. I can meet you at the salon. You can get your tapes. You conveniently left my stuff out. You could I'm stealing some tapes that don't match my hair. And they're again, low quality. They're $30 on Amazon. They're blonde and brown. My hair is jet black and it's one bundle and it's only 10 pieces. Very thin. What am I gonna do with that? And I'm like, come get your stuff. What you want? Get your stuff. You don't want to go get it, but I'm already knowing you're gonna try to say I stole your stuff. And then the heat protectant in a serum that I get as a pre-licensed kind of a little bit. I'm almost done with school. Cosmetologist. I get access to products 20% off, and I can go to different stores like Ulta Beauty and all that with my card. I have a Cos card. Get out of taking those products. They $8 a piece. They're $20 worth of product that I have products. I have tools. I have expensive kits, baby bliss, all type of stuff. Why would I want that? Why would I have to take that? I have access to products all the time. That just told me that you're like, you literally off or something. You gotta be. So I genuinely think that way and accuse me of that. And I said, come get your products, come get your stuff. And you haven't yet to get your stuff. I'm already knowing that's gonna be your next card. Oh, and she stole my package. And I done had it at the salon and you ain't showed up to the salon yet. Told you it was at the front desk, go get it. I'm gonna wrap this video up because honestly, it's so silly. It's so silly. I've never had to steal from anybody. You've been in my home when I lived in Michigan. You done been around my property, my tech. I have high expensive bags. I have expensive shoes. I have all types of stuff. Never ever once I had a need to steal some hair products that I can get pennies on a dollar. I already have that stuff. I don't need a heat protectant spray and a serum, a little spray serum. I don't need it. Nor your literally one bundle tapes that are blonde and brown. Nothing I can do with that. Wouldn't even purchase them before. I would have never had purchased those tapes. I'm just being so straight up right now. But let you talk. Yo behind might sell a delusional story that I stole from you. And it's just like, at this point, you the same person to talk about your sister stealing. You know what? It's like, honestly, I'm not even going to go there with you. I just know that keep a name out your mouth. Just keep a name out your mouth. We don't know each other for real. We don't really fraternize like that for real. We're not really, I wouldn't consider you a friend. Hanging out with people, spending time with people, having a good time, and somebody you go hang out and go to dinner with, you can kiki laugh. It's two different things than calling somebody your friend. You use it loosely. I don't consider you a friend. Never have really truly considered you a friend. I considered you somebody that was a acquaintance with both in social media. That's what I felt like. Because when you started moving different, I'm like, you're not my friend. But I don't need nobody to tell me a person's not my friend. I'm already knowing. But again, you're the one blowing my phone down over the course of 8, 9 months, 10 months. And I only just met you last year in person. When we ended up going to Mexico, we both was doing a collab. I was going to Mexico for my birthday. We were born on July 24th. Like, quiet as kept. We were hanging out, having a good time, bonding, laughing because we both silly, both Leos, and it's a vibe. But did I ever truly consider you a friend that ever was like, oh, this is literally my diehard friend to the day I die? There were moments throughout our relationship where I felt like you had that potential. But I had to let you go and told you, I'm going to have to create space. Never had to block you. I just stopped talking to you. You're the one who so quick to block somebody after you do your dirt, and then you want to run with a narrative, don't even let nobody get their point across, and then go in and block them, and then act like they did something or try to sell a lie. Honestly, it's like, you just, yeah. So, yeah. I wish you well. Goodbye.